timestamp in the description if you want to skip this bit of chit chat. For everyone else, this happens to be day 2 of my 14-day isolation in Japan. And as it so happens, it is Christmas, which is not my favorite holiday, but happy holidays to everyone else out there. I guess by vlog, a lot of people expect a video on my day-to-day activities and how I'm keeping busy. But personally, I prefer the educational kind of videos, so I thought I'd make a tutorial today about how I make money with stock photography. There are basically 2 types of sites I want to talk about quickly. The site where you upload your keywords, description for each photo, and then the sites where they will actually tag and add description and titles for your photo, and they will take a cut of the profits. So I'm going to talk about 2 sites today. The first one will be Shutterstock, and the second one will be Wirestock. And I'll put links to both of these down in the description so you can sign up yourselves. Now, in order to make the workflow as quick and easy as possible, I like to use an application called Xpix, which I'll show you here. Now, you can go to xpixapp.com/downloads to get this, and you simply download it and go through the steps. It's quite simple. It works for both Mac and Windows. I have it on both. Once you install it, it looks like this. You can do a lot of these functions right in Lightroom, but I prefer Xpix because I like the UI and I like how easy it is to work with. So once you've got it installed, you can go ahead and click Add Files and find wherever you have your photos. I know a lot of you at home have hard drives full of photos that are just sitting there and instead could be making you money. So I've got a photo on my desktop here to use as an example. This is a photo that I took in Jasper. Okay, I've removed everything that was on the photo already. So what you can do is click the top here to select all your photos, and you go ahead and you click Edit. Now you're going to punch in a title, and titles and descriptions and keywords are quite important. It's how people will discover your photos, and it will really determine whether they sell or not. I'm going to make a quick title and description here just for the sake of the video, but definitely put some time and thought into what you write. Jasper, typically just be thorough. Put in the description what's in the photo, and in the title, make sure you use the keywords you really want to stand out. For me, Jasper, bridge, blue water. You might want to do Rocky Mountains because Jasper is a town in Canada in the Rocky Mountains. And keep in mind that depending on what site you intend this to go to, the length of your description and title will change. Typically 150 to 200 characters is the limit for the description, and the title needs to be less than 50 characters, and for keywords you're going to get 50. Now you can go ahead and type this in, bridge, comma, but a great feature about Xpix to save you some time is you can click Suggest Keywords. Then you can pick a reference, Shutterstock or Adobe, it doesn't really matter, because you're going to type in a keyword like Jasper, and it will show you similar images. So just to save some time, I don't see a bridge. I'm going to pick this one because it's got the same blue water and Jasper as I do. And I like all these. I'm going to go and hit Add Suggestions. Close that. I'm going to look at them quickly and I'm going to say, you know what? Actually, I don't like stone and I don't like falls because there's no falls here. But I actually want this to have, I put bridge, but let's go green bridge, and just make sure that blue water is there. Simple keywords. Basically, these are going to help people find your photos, so put some thought into them. The suggestion ones are great. It fills it in really easily. Once you've got something you like, you hit back, and now you can see it's filled all the data on your photos. With them all selected still, you're going to go ahead and you're going to hit Save. And what that is going to do is it's going to export the metadata. So as you saw the first time I imported this photo, it had metadata on it already. It saves that for you. Then the nice thing about Xpix, you can go ahead and you can click Upload. Now, I'm going to upload to Shutterstock and Wirestock, as I said, but when you first open Xpix, none of this will be here. So you need to add them. So you go ahead and hit Add New. One thing that's also nice about Xpix is it's got a lot of these saved. So if I go Adobe, okay, it knows Adobe stock. Okay, there's the host name. It's got it saved for me already. I don't have to look it up. Then you type in your username and your password for Adobe, and you click Test Connection. So for Wirestock, which it doesn't have saved yet, the host is ftp.wirestock.io. You can find that by looking it up on Wirestock quite quickly. And then I have my username and password, and I hit test connection. It's good to go. Okay, so you can tick or untick what you want. I'm not going to do Adobe. I'm going to upload them to Shutterstock and Wirestock, and you just hit start upload. That's going to take a couple minutes. You can go ahead and minimize this and work on something else for a second. Okay, that's done. Easy. Close this. You can close Xpix or minimize it once you're done. And then what you need to do is you actually need to go into the sites that you uploaded to. So, for example, Shutterstock, and you need to submit the photos. So in Shutterstock, you'll go to Portfolio, Submit Content. That's where I was, but the page needs to refresh. And here's your videos. Or pictures, sorry. You can click it in the corner. You can shift click and click multiple ones at once to select, if you uploaded 20 photos, you can select all 20. And then you go in here and make any other final adjustments that you need before you submit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nature category. And I like to put the location just to help people find it if they're looking for Jasper, BC. And then if you have a picture of people or property, you need a release. So if you have a model in your photo, you'll need them to sign a release and attach it here. This is a commercial photo. There's also editorial. If you want to know more about the two, you can click the little question marks and you can find a lot of resources on Shutterstock. Here's all the keywords. There's also more suggested here. So if you decided you wanted to add one more too, like blue view, go ahead and do that. As I said before, the limit's 50 for Shutterstock. And then when you're happy with that, you simply click submit. They will review it and then they'll add it to your account. If you don't want to upload your own title, description, keywords like we just did in Xpix, like if you want to leave all this blank, you can do that and upload your picture to sites like Wirestock. So when you're in Wirestock and you're in your submit content page, I'm going to refresh this so that the photo shows up. You do the same thing. You select all your photos, and this time all you have to do is click submit. But what to keep in mind is you can't upload to your own Shutterstock and to the Shutterstock account that Wirestock owns. So we've already uploaded this photo to Shutterstock ourselves. I'm going to unclick Shutterstock and I'm going to upload it to everything else. Personally, my own workflow, I like to have control over the keywords and the titles for the big sites like Shutterstock, Adobe, and Alamy. And then what I've just started doing recently is I'm letting Wirestock upload the photo to other accounts that I don't do myself. So personally, I would untick Alamy and Adobe Stock because I would do those myself. But if you don't want to do any keywording, any title, any description, you can just go ahead and upload everything through Wirestock. And it's simple. You just click where you want it to go and you click submit, and then it's going to be reviewed. Easy. I'm just talking about stock photography today. Stock videography works quite the same way. You can put videos on Shutterstock and you can put them on Adobe Stock. Wirestock is for photos, but you can use websites like Blackbox if you look that up. I'll put it in the description too. You can use sites like that if you want to take some of the workload off like Wirestock does. Now quickly, I'll just show you my top 3 selling photos on Shutterstock. I'm not going to do them for all the sites, but I'll show you my top 3 on Shutterstock just to give you an idea of some of the photos that I found sell. So my top selling photo is this photo here of a train in Seoul that I actually took on a whim, and it's people wearing masks right when coronavirus was getting serious around the world. This one's an editorial picture. My second top selling photo is a picture of a garden in Kawasaka, and this is Kenroku En. It's a popular garden. It's gorgeous if you get the chance to go see it. It's more popular with Japanese tourists, I find, because foreign tourists, especially on the first trip, don't tend to go to Kanazawa, but I would definitely recommend it. I have a couple photos from this garden and a few of them are selling, but this one is the top seller. And then my third biggest seller is a picture from Jaipur, India, and it's a wood block printing shop. So a textile shop where they do fabrics with wood block printing. And you can just see the set of hands. And once again, I have a few of these photos up there and a few of them have sold. Yeah, so that's just to give you an idea. I find that I do a lot of traveling and I find that the heavily tourist spots the photos that you see on Instagram all the time are oversaturated on stock photography sites. So unless you have an absolutely breathtaking photo of the town in Banff with the buildings and the Rocky Mountains in the background, the photo you've seen like 1,000 times, it's probably not going to get a lot of attention on Shutterstock just because there's so many of those. But I found sites that are less visited, like Kanazawa, even though that garden is super popular, I find it's less popular with foreign tourists, so there's less saturation on a tourist spot like that. I find editorial photos also sell really well. If you're at a rally or a protest and you're taking pictures of an important event, or like myself, passengers during coronavirus, those kind of photos sell really well. So take some photos, upload them to Shutterstock or Wirestock and see how they do. I'm going to put my Shutterstock account down at the bottom as well. If you're doing any projects or presentations and you want to use some of my photos for them, I'd be happy for the support. If you've got any questions about stock photography or video or anything else, just go ahead and put them down in the bottom. This is a good form of passive income. I'm going to make a video in the future more about my other sources of passive income, so that's something you can look out for as well. Until next time, take care.